Okay. We're going to look over how to restrict access until a specific date for something, and we're going to look at how to hide things from students. So you'll notice something right now. I've restricted access to this assignment here. Now I'm under an administrator, so I can technically see it, and I can still technically click into it. So here you go. I'm going in, but that's because I have a very higher access, or much higher access than normally a student will. So let's talk about how to do this first. In order to do that, we need to make sure editing is on, which I have it on. You can see I have the option to turn it off, which means it must be on at the moment. I'm going to go to the edit, the drop down arrow here. I'm going to go to edit settings. I've talked about this in other videos. You scroll down a little. There's quite a few options in here. We're going to look for the one that says restrict access. So currently I have student must match the following. They have restricted access from August 30th. So after that, they would have access. You'll have two options here. You can say until. So you can also lock it down after a specific date. So let's say it's until. I'm going to change it to until. Save my changes. You'll notice it's not grayed out anymore, but let's actually go into a student view and see what that looks like. Available until the end of August 29th, which is actually today. So I'm going to switch my role. This is also how to switch role. I'm going to go to a student, and when I go down, look at that, I have access to this. They don't see anything about the dates of the restrictions as a student. I'm going to go back to my normal role. Okay, and I'm going to turn editing back on. And this time, I'm going to change the type of restriction from until to the word from. It's a little confusing because I use from twice in that sentence, but restrict access, you'll see what I mean. From. I need from August 30th. Okay, great. So from August 30th, I'm going to save and return to the course. You notice it's grayed out. Now again, I have a different access. I'm going to go in as a student, and as a student here, this is grayed out, and I actually can't click on any of this. It just tells me it's available from August 30th. So because today is the 29th, I don't have access to this until tomorrow. So you can do that with entire units. You can restrict the entire unit, or you can restrict specific activities. So the students can see that those activities are there. Now you might want to completely hide an activity, which is a little different. I'm going to turn to my normal role here. Turn editing back on. If I want to hide it from a student, when I hit this drop down, I have to go into edit settings. Halfway through this window, there's a button for hide. You see hidden from students. When I go in, switch role, remember it's called how will you make change in society. I'm going to come in as a student again, and there's nothing there for me as a student. It's completely empty. And if I want to unhide it so students can see it again, I just have to make sure editing's on. And when I hit that arrow beside edit, I have the option to show. Instead of hide, it gives me the option to show. And if I logged in, my restriction still says these things kind of compound on top of each other, but it's there. The student can actually see it, which is what we talked about. Okay.